are 7 areas what you want to address when it comes to the gut, especially with children who are on the autism spectrum. Today, we're going to be talking about number 3, the composition of the microbiome. And the microbiome is the sum total of all the microorganisms that are not human that reside in your body. So you have the skin microbiome, you have the vaginal microbiome, you have the other microbiomes according to their location. Today we're going to talk about the gut microbiome, which, as I said earlier, is what to a very large extent influences your brain and behavior. Not just brain and behavior, but even weight. How heavy you are, how light you are, your appetites, your preferences for different kinds of foods. Believe it or not, your gut microbes play a role there. Probably in subsequent talks, we can talk about the other aspects. Like I said, it's not just about the bacteria, the other microbes as well. And these are just 4 of probably about 10 different kinds that reside in our guts. Viruses are one, fungi. You've all heard about candida, worms, different kinds of worms. They are parasites. They are protozoa. Malaria, for instance, is one of the it's a parasite. It's not a bacteria, it's a parasite. So let's talk about the FMT story. And as I mentioned before, I said there was a study that was done. This was in Arizona. What they did, they took about 20 children with autism. And what they did was that they gave them high-dose antibiotics, a special kind that doesn't enter the bloodstream, it just stays in the guts. They killed off the bacteria that were in the guts. And then they gave them an enema, which means to flush out the stool and the contents of the guts. Then, and this may gross you out. This may gross you out, but just hang with me. What they now did was that they took cleaned up feces, stool from children who were normotypical, who didn't have autism. They took their stool, cleaned it up, left all the bacteria and the viruses in it, just removed the toxins, and they put that into the guts. Asma, have you heard of this study before?
Never. Yeah, never. It's a shocking one.
It is shocking.
How it ends, though.
It is shocking. By the way, before I forget this is the standard treatment for a certain kind of very severe diarrheal disorder caused by a specific microbe called Clostridia difficile. That is the standard FDA-approved treatment in this country, because they found out that nothing else could work. Antibiotics, nothing. Zero, nothing. They found that the only way they could treat this condition, otherwise the patient would die, is to put the stool of a normal person into the colon and the colon, not the digestive system, but the colon specifically of these people who are suffering with this disease. And that was, I think the results were 98% recovery, as opposed to 20% if you use antibiotics.